It's Sasha, and today I'm doing the How I Read tag. Disclaimer, if you hear any musical instrument being played in the background, that is my brother. He won't stop. He loves to practice his music, so just have to deal with it. Also, I've decided to post videos every Sunday. That way, you have a definite day, and there will at least be one video every week. Hopefully more, but we shall see. Question number 1. How do you find out about new books to read? I used to have my Amazon wish list when I was younger, all the books I wanted again, the suggested books. I used to look at those, and then if I liked them, I'd put them on my wish list. So that's how I used to get books when I was younger. Now, I still do that sometimes, but now when people are suggesting stuff on Tumblr and on BookTube, I will look at them, and if I like them, I will put it on my wish list. Number 2 is, how did you get into reading? So, story time. I don't know exactly what age I got into reading. It sometime in between 5 and 7. I don't know. And my mom said I used to just read, when I learned how to read, I would read the same baby books over and over again because I was bored. And then, as I got better at reading, I would obviously graduate to better books, and I just kept reading because I was bored and I started to like it, and then I would read for fun. Number 3 is, how has your taste in books changed as you've gotten older? When I was really young, I used to read a lot of middle grade and YA historical fiction. Then, a couple of years ago, let's say 2 to 4 years ago, I didn't have that much reading material. My mom's friend gave me a lot of Christian fiction books to read and review them for her because she's busy and she didn't have time to read them all. So I did that for 6 months because there was a lot of books. Then I went through a period of reading, basically reading and buying Christian fiction, and I have a lot from these 2 authors, actually. Husband and wife group, Bodhi and Brock Taney, and I really love them. They're so great. I really love them. I have most of their books. I know they came out with a new one, or they're coming out with a new one, and I want to get that. Currently, I am in more YA fantasy, YA dystopian right now, but I'm not trying to get out of it, but I'm trying to read some of my other books, my classics, my non-fiction, because I do have some of those on my bookshelf, which is across the room. Most of this is YA middle grade stuff. Just change the angle of the video. But anyway, on to question 4. How often do you buy books? When I was younger, I didn't really used to buy that many books. Nowadays, I usually do one big haul. Go to the US to visit my mom's family. I will do a massive haul. In fact, I did one and I did a video for it, and you will find that here. And I buy a lot of books in that. And then I usually don't really buy that many books when I'm at home, but if I do on occasion, I only buy 1 or 2, not that many really. Number 5 is, how did you get into BookTube? So the first BookTuber I used to watch was The Book Hangover, Rebecca, and I used to watch her videos because she was on Tumblr. I didn't really know about BookTube before that, and I watched her videos, and I really like her. She's very funny. I didn't really watch any other BookTuber videos that much. And recently, I was I want to become a BookTuber. I had thought about it before, and then I was no, that sounds like a lot of work. I really don't know what I would want to do, what to post about and whatnot. Then one of my other friends on Tumblr, Emily from Rough Pages and Ink, she started her channel, and then I was hey, I can start my own channel. So I did. Bam. Number 6 is, how do you react when you do not like the end of a book? I brood about it in my mind because my family doesn't read as much as I read. I usually think about it and I brood about it, and I just mark that as I never want to read that book again, really. Number 7 is, how often do you sneak a look at the back of a book? If you mean by back of the book, I'm pretty sure you mean the end of a book. That question is a little confusing unless they mean like the back cover of the book. But anyway, I'm going to be talking about the end of the book. So, usually I don't sneak a peek at the end of the book, only when I'm like really in turmoil, I really need to know what happens. Then I will look at the last page and read like the last paragraph. Usually the last paragraph does not give that much up. Sometimes it does, usually it doesn't, but then I will have felt a tiny bit better, but I won't like read the last chapter because I will not spoil that much for myself. Number 8 is tag people. I am tagging Emily from Of Pages and Ink, Jesslyn from Elysian Books, I think that's how you pronounce it, Kira from Stained Books, and anyone else who wants to do this. I will see y'all within the video, maybe sometime this week, maybe sometime next week, but anyway, bye!